Hello, I'm Charlie Wilde. Welcome. I channel 7. And before we get to the channeled message, just wanted to invite you to share this message at the end of it with anyone that you feel would be inspired by it, or any other messages that 7 has shared. They've been incredibly empowering and transformative to myself and so many others. And if you would like to have a private conversation with 7, send me a message below. If you really feel inspired, come join the cosmic family. We are diving deep here in Brazil in spring summer 2020, which is fall winter 2020 in northern hemisphere. We're doing some amazing work out here, so come join us and really truly enjoy this message. Humans, it is so beautiful to be here amongst you in this physical reality. There are birds chirping just right behind us, and we deeply enjoy visiting here with you and with all human creatures and all earthly creatures. Today's message is one, to bring some clarity to you about freedom. So many humans simply understand freedom as a physical concept. They say, I want to be physically free of disease. I want to be financially free of debt. I want to be, free to choose any job I want to. But when we speak to you about freedom, we are speaking about a spiritual freedom, a personal freedom that is available to every single one of you. See, when you are born, you are free, and you very much know this as a child, and you simply very quickly and swiftly become domesticated and enslaved, so to speak, by those around you, because that is all they know. That is how they are living. And the way in which this is experienced by so many humans is in this lack of freedom to choose how they feel. So most humans, when we have conversations with them, and we've been having a lot of these conversations lately, they sort of have this massive aha moment when we speak to them about choice. And we say, you can choose how you want to feel. You can choose your thoughts. And they say, so I do not have to feel fear. I do not have to feel frustration. I do not have to feel all these things that I seem to feel all the time. And we say, you can, and you must not judge yourself when you do, but you also have the choice to choose how you want to feel. This is the freedom that we are speaking about. See, so many of you feel that you are sort of at the whims of your physical environments. And you have been sensing this more and more as energy is speeding up, and as the collective consciousness has experienced this sense of enslavement. It's now really becoming obvious in the way in which it is manifesting in the world around you. Charlie has been asking us about this and a lot, because she says, how come that, we are asked as humans, not just in one country, but all over the world, to behave and be in a certain way that seems that it leaves us with very little choice. And we say, well, it is not, you must not simply blame a small group of your chosen leaders. You must become aware on how each and every single one of you play into this. And the way in which every single one of you plays into this is, it starts with one of you. You say, I want to make a change in the world. I want the world to be better. And we say, do not worry about the world. You're not here to save anyone. Save yourself. Meaning, become aware of your inner personal freedom first and foremost. Because until every single person becomes aware of their inner freedom and begins to practice this inner freedom of choice, of thinking and feeling, it is then and only then that humans will begin to collectively manifest a completely different reality. Now, you might say, well, that sounds impossible, because how can all humans begin to feel that sense of freedom? And we say it is very possible. It is very possible. And what we ask is that you do not worry about the rest of them, you simply begin to pay attention to you, to how you are living day to day, to noticing, are you in a constant state of reaction? Are you constantly up and down because you are simply observing what's happening out there and just putting your attention to reacting to what's out there instead of connecting to your inner self? See, one way to do this, and one of the processes that we've guided Charlie through, is the process of imagination. Because as a young girl, she had certain experiences that seemed very terrifying to a human being, where she experienced the physical experience of war, of collective war manifested in the collective consciousness and in the physical reality around her. She experienced war within her home. And so within, there was a part of her that felt, if I simply am reacting to this and if this is my reality, well, then I'm stuck here. And so as she began to let us in and let us guide her, she started noticing that when we told her about how she can access this imagination of hers to begin to create a new reality for herself and to begin to choose how she wants to feel, she started noticing a great sense of freedom. And not simply that, the more she practices, the more that she noticed her physical environment completely changed, her coordinates completely changed, and they continued to change every time that she allowed herself to apply this imagination. Now, this is one of the processes that we walk humans through when they are ready to claim that inner freedom that they are born with, but that they simply sort of become trained out of. And so if you are finding yourself in this very moment feeling a sense of frustration, and you are noticing that this is something that you are constantly feeling, and that you find a sense of well-being, but then you are quick to drop it because you feel, well, this is what my life is like. Every time I feel good, then something bad must happen. So let me make sure something bad happens. And the way in which you do that is by beginning to hold these thoughts of fear and anxiety. So if that is you, which we know it's most humans, we simply ask that for a few moments each day, you take some time out and you begin to utilize that wonderful imagination of yours to begin noticing of, if you were completely free to choose how you felt despite of your outer circumstances, and yes, that is possible, how would you choose? And what would you choose? And we give you full permission to do this for a few minutes each day. And what we say is, do not simply do it with your mind. Allow your body to feel it. What it feels like to be this free person. What it feels like to walk around breathing deeply. In a body that feels good. What do these thoughts sound like? How are you holding yourself? How are you breathing? Are you breathing deeply? Are you enjoying this physical body? See, one of the things that we enjoy about coming into this physical existence is when we are speaking with you, we are getting to embody a physical body, and we really enjoy feeling every cell of this body as it does all that it does, see? And it's quite magical, because this is how the universe works. You see, if you were to leave the actions of your physical heart to your conscious mind, your heart would stop in a matter of minutes, because you couldn't keep track of all this wonderfulness of your physical body, you see. It is in the same way in which your reality happens. You see that reality simply as this physical thing, but most of it is happening in the non-physical. And so what we like to let you know is that you can relax a little bit more, that you can allow your imagination to conjure up a state of being that is most aligned with your inner being, with your soul. And we guarantee it is a very, very fun state. And so take a few moments each day to practice this state, to feel this state. Because as you are doing this, the universe is setting in motion all these wonderful things that you do not even have to worry about. Just like you don't have to worry about your heart beating, because it's simply doing it. Because so many wonderful things have already been created by Source for you and all physical beings. So you see, all humans have a sense of freedom, and the reason why so many humans are feeling so enslaved right now, they're becoming aware of the enslavement forced upon them, or that's what it feels like, is because they have been a match for this enslavement, because so many humans have already been feeling enslaved within, fearful within, fearful within of life, of themselves, of their fullest potential, of other human beings around them. So they have become a match for the enslavement that they feel is being forced upon them. And as you let go of this idea that you are trapped, as you let go of this idea that you are an enslaved being, as you begin to embrace that you are free, you'll begin to shift your vibration. As you begin to shift your vibration, you become a match for a different reality. And when enough humans do it, well, when all humans do it, that is when collective consciousness begins to rise wholly and fully. And right now, collective consciousness and on this planet is beginning to rise because so many humans are becoming aware of their enslaved state. And the moment that you become aware, not just of the enslavement out there, but the enslavement within, is the moment that you begin to notice how you are creating reality, how you are co-creating reality. But we've got to warn you, because what happens as humans become aware, they say, aha, if I'm responsible, that means everybody else is responsible. Now, I wish they would just be responsible. Now, if they all were responsible, and so they start to look out there. Do not worry about all the others. Simply focus on you right now. Focus on how you can experience a sense of freedom, free of the pain, free of the anxiety, free of that heart-clenching sensation that comes when you are feeling trapped, that comes when you are feeling like you have no choice. So practice this state of being. And what we mean by practice, do not just simply understand it with your heads, because there's more humans understanding things with their heads than there are more humans feeling them with their bodies, you see? Because your body, when it has been trained to be enslaved and reactive, has been experiencing certain things and has been storing these sensations so deep in its cells. And as you apply this bit of process of imagination, you start to reorganize the cells in your body. You start to awaken that dormant DNA. You start to unlock the keys that give you full access to the full human you. All right? You will enjoy this process. We know you do because you practice it throughout random times. We'd like you to be more intentional about it, to pick times when you are sensing what it is like to be free you. Free and fun and liberated, and knowing that you have choice, that you are not in reaction to the physical environment around you. You are simply choosing how you feel. You are choosing to be in a state of appreciation. One of our dear human friends came up with this lovely, 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 and quite brilliant way of saying what love is. And Charlie was very excited when she heard this, when she heard her very dear friend David say, you know that love and hate, love is appreciation, focused appreciation. And lack of love is a lack of appreciation. And so in those moments when you are feeling this dissonance with yourself, appreciate yourself and allow yourself to access that wonderful imagination of yours, to feel what it is like to be in this deep sense of freedom, of being able to choose. And in that, you'll find that love is accessible to you at all times. And you'll begin to appreciate yourself and all that is without needing it to be something else. Any transformation that happens must first begin within, with your awareness to your own inner state. So, humans, you have a choice. Do you take this choice? Or do you simply choose to be so free that you choose enslavement? Or you embrace your freedom and you choose freedom and all that comes with embracing this new sense of responsibility and inner power.